All right, guys. Hey, it's Charlie and Bravo here back for episode. Geez, what episode are we on now already? Is it 5? 6?
I don't know. I messed it up in the videos last time. I think it's 5, flight number 4.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Makes sense, guys. Well, we'll get on the the same level here with these apps, but yeah, we want to go quick here through the setup. I think you guys get most of it. Now we're taking a slight turn south here, and we're gonna go Denver to Vegas. Figure why not check out the strip? Probably get some cool views there. Now, what kind of airway? I think we set. What was it? Low level airway.
Yeah, relatively low.
Yeah, right. Because I think we're coming in at 20,000.
Yeah.
We'll be cruise. Pretty basic approach. ILS again, 26 right, and live flight conditions. I think we're probably ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
We're getting good at this.
You check your fuel. I guess the last one. Beauty. All right,
Yeah.
let's roll it.
Denver Tower, Dahmer Sierra Uniform, Papa Echo Romeo, 6-4 ready to go runway 26 IFR to Las Vegas.
All right, on the runway. Got our clearance.
Yep. Good to go.
All right, you know me. I'm going through my checks here.
And you know me, I'm not.
That's a great point.
Yep.
All right, well, give us what's the taste on the flight plan? What's the first altitude they want to see us at here?
Oh geez, you're catching me off guard. How am I supposed to respond to that?
Talk me through this.
Okay. All right. I'm going to flight plan. Zooming in. Oh man. Okay. They got us going straight up.
Straight up.
Straight up there.
Okay,
19,400. So.
Still.
And that makes sense, right? We gotta go over the mountains. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
I still want to see this darn horse too. This blue horse. I got to see this thing before we get out of here.
There's no chance you could see it.
There's no chance at all.
There can't be.
Ye have little faith.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. All right.
You don't.
I'm good
to
to
go. You let me know.
I'm good to go.
You're the speed demon.
Park and break off. And we roll in. See me zigzag back and forth.
There you go. He's off. Okay.
Nice sunny day. You know, Denver. Is this right? This might not be right, but Denver's technically the sunshine capital of the U.S.
Is it really?
Has the most sunny days, yeah, of any city.
I would not have guessed that.
Yeah.
On any means.
It also never gets that cold in Denver in the winter. I was out visiting friends there a few winter months ago, and it was almost 60 degrees.
The heated city.
The heated city.
As they like to say.
All
right, are you up?
Yep, I'm up.
You're up. Gear up. I'm getting pulled to the left.
I did not get that.
Some speed here. I wasn't ready to climb. Check out the views. What do we got?
Not a lot.
Looking good. Yeah. Not a lot around here.
Nope.
Where's that entrance?
It's off to the left. It's on the other side of the airport, if I'm remembering correctly. Yep.
Interesting.
Hey, I'm focused on flying.
Yeah, exactly. We can't be distracted.
Yeah.
Okay. Got some cool views. I might be. Oh yeah. I gotta pick up some speed.
Do we even announce where we're going?
Oh yeah, we're at Vegas, baby.
Yeah, Vegas. Yep. Yep. Very exciting. So not that long of a flight. Actually, shorter flight than what we did last time, but.
Yeah, about what, 2 hours? Looked roughly.
Yeah. I think we very strongly departed from our original flight plan, right? We were gonna take it up through Canada,
yes,
and then over on Alaska, but then we figured we wanted to visit some cool cities, hit some cool airports. Yeah, just
make it a little
overall
more scenic here. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I read today that McCarran International, which I think is, well, it is where we're going right now, is one of the most trafficked airports actually in the world.
It is.
Yeah.
Not surprising. I think I remember getting emails when I signed up for my trip, just trying to give hotel rooms away, ticket deals. Just insane.
Yeah. So yeah, you've been, right? I've never been to Vegas.
Oh, yes. Gotta go with the right crew, otherwise.
yeah. Otherwise, what?
A little much. It can be a little much. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I always love watching those videos of the people that are blackout drunk in the airport trying to catch their flight home, doing just absurd things that.
Well, you've
result in
never
them
been one of
getting
those
fired.
people anywhere.
No, never.
So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
So we can judge. We can judge those people.
Yeah. Totally fine. Yep.
So how you climbing right now?
It's
See if I
sad
can
that I'm already
see
on
it. Oh, there you go.
autopilot.
No, not at all. That's
Yeah.
probably the safest way to do it. I decided to climb out instead of vertical speed, flight level change mode. And in this plane, it's nice on autopilot because it's going to hold your speed at the rate you're climbing right now. It's a little bit safer if you're not keeping quite nigh on your speed or you're doing other things.
Okay. All right. Well, so I'm using the Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant, and I don't have the flight level change.
Yeah, and I mean, could you imagine having to actually use your mouse? I mean,
No,
like those, please.
I refuse to do that now. If
Yeah.
it's not a peripheral,
Yeah, well,
it's not.
right. Why
Yeah.
be accurate and try some funny
yeah.
buttons out?
Right. So I will be using vertical speed and just going up here, climbing at 1,000 feet. per minute.
Yeah, well, it's taking you forever. I'm looking way down on you. But we do have those Rockies right out in front of us. Should be great. Let's see here. If I'm thinking correctly, and this might be the wrong city, but wasn't there some type of heist there, Bravo, that went along maybe 20 years ago or something, 25 years ago? In Vegas.
Denver or Vegas?
Vegas. Kind of reminiscent of almost
God.
the Ocean's 11 armored car scenario or something like that.
Yeah, well, I feel like you commit a crime in Vegas and then it immediately gets like national attention, right? I mean, there was 10 years ago there was the guy that rode his motorcycle into a casino and stole like $1 million worth of chips and then rode his motorcycle straight out.
Oh yeah, I think I do remember something about that.
Yeah, and he got away with it too until he tried to arrange to sell those chips on the internet and get caught by undercover cops. So smart move there.
That sounded about right.
And then like Steve Wynn, the casino owner, his daughter got kidnapped and held for ransom.
What was this?
90s, I think.
Oh wow, really?
I think 90s, maybe early 2000s. Yeah, but she got kidnapped, held for ransom, and she was found like tied up, bound, safe. But yeah, they like crazy. So anyway, yeah, plenty going on in Vegas.
Yeah, not
But I
always
think-
rainbows and butterflies there, sunshine, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Darker.
Yeah. No, but the one you're alluding to, right, is the armored car heist back in like the early 90s, I think.
Yeah, it was something because what you're telling me $1 million. I think it was closer to like 3 or 4 that they somehow were able to just kind of steal away in the armored truck.
Yeah. Yep. No, it was like straight out of the town. So as I understand it, and I remember this date because it was an important date for Vegas in another year, but on October 1st, in the early 90s, this woman orchestrated this crazy armored car robbery where they stole $3 million and basically escaped from Vegas back out to Denver and then back to, well, we won't give it all away. Maybe we'll save some for after cruising altitude, but yeah, just absolute crazy story. And she met this guy who apparently, according to her, totally brainwashed her. Guy sounded like a huge creep. On their first date, he brought her home to his place, and again, according to her, he had like a shrine built in his apartment. He was also like 27 years her senior.
Yeah.
So first red flag. Second red flag, if you're going home with someone on a first date and you walk in and they have a shrine built and they have 2 chalices on that shrine, one filled with blood, one filled with milk, and they somehow have an explanation for why that's there and you believe it.
Yeah, you believe it?
You're probably a lost cause. So yeah, anyway, apparently there's a ton of brainwashing going on here, and the guy who had also committed murder several years prior, trying to rob an armored car, convinced her after many dates to get a job at an armored car company.
Oh yeah, who would have thought?
Yeah, so second red flag, maybe. And then, yeah, together they orchestrated this heist where she stole the armored car, drove it into a warehouse that the guy had rented, and then they all got into these crazy disguises and packed all the $3 million into shipping boxes. She disguised herself as a frail old woman in a wheelchair.
That's right. Full getup. Yeah.
Full getup, but yeah, gray wig, sunglasses. He had a wheelchair waiting for her. Just absolutely nuts. And then he described himself as a doctor, and they went to the airport and took off and escaped from Vegas and flew to Denver on a private chartered plane. So absolute craziness.
Wow, and that's kind of where they started sort of tracking him down. That's kind of where the scent picked up right after. There was 2 of the armored guards working with them, just kind of came back out of the casino when they were filling up all the ATMs for a big weekend, and all of a sudden the truck's gone, the driver's gone with all this money. It was like their first stop of the day or something. Geez, and then yeah, I guess they pick it up right when they hit Denver. So we're doing the reverse route by the sounds of it, but we'll probably pick up where they wrap up here while we're coming in for the road.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to know how, a convicted felon who was in and out of jail for like 25 years, convicted murderer, mind you, during an armed robbery of an armored car, he shot the guy like multiple times in the back after the guy showed him that he didn't have any money in the armored car. The poor guy, the armored car attendant, father of 6, literally turned his bag inside out and was like, "Man, I don't have anything." And as he turned around to
still killed him.
Put the bag back, yeah, he still killed him.
Wow.
Yeah. So my question is, how does a guy like that afford a private jet? 25 years later to charter him to a different city, like.
Yeah, right. How can you even get away with that? Because I think that guy even escaped prison once or twice. Like, they've caught him, they put him away, he's escaped, he's gone back out, and then if I remember reading some of that right, he even became a poet in jail at some point. So this guy was all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah, just absolute banana land. Yeah. So where are you at cruising altitude?
I was just gonna say
right
you
now?
at cruise. Looks like you're getting right there.
Yeah.
Well, what? Let's see. What if we set things at maybe between 235, 240 maybe knots?
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Cruise.
Yep.
Give you guys some views.
Yeah, I'm getting back down. I overshot my altitude here. But yeah, I think maybe we set it to cruise, hopscotch on these Rockies here for a little bit, and then we'll pick up the rest of the story of this absolute psycho and his accomplice here, this frail old elderly accomplice. Pick it back up when we start in on our descent.
Did one last check, and see you guys there. All right, we're back. Man, we're coming in on the descent here. It's going to be a quick one. So I think we got a We got to figure out how these two got caught during this story.
Oh yeah, yeah, right. So okay, so where do we leave it off? They flew to Denver, right?
For Denver, and you know, other than a few clues, it seems like they were just kind of off into the wind at that point. And I think the FBI got involved, but not much came of it.
Yeah, right. That's right. So then, and keep me honest here, was it 12 years later? All of a sudden, this woman just comes waltzing back into the picture. And she just literally comes back in to turn herself in, right?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, but she does it a little secretly, like it was back-ended through a lawyer reaching out, which is probably the smart thing to do.
Right. A lawyer, mind you, named Bobby Axelrod, which, for those of you that are Billions fans on Showtime, unbelievable name, and even better that there's a person out there with that name who also seems to be kind of a hardo as far as getting deals done here. Yeah, so what? She retained this lawyer who then went on a media circuit to basically try to get her story out ahead of any interrogation by the police, right?
Exactly, which was basically, hey, I was brainwashed, even to go far as to say that she was hypnotized with a recording device, and that's why she was in a trance while she was driving the truck, and it would hit certain lights and certain triggers that would make her drive right to the trailer that his boyfriend had rented. So, I mean, that's a pretty good bit for a story, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, classic. I too, get hypnotized every once in a while and go deal millions of dollars. Yeah, and so the reason she came back, right, is because after they fled to Denver, they went dark, and then somehow ended up in Amsterdam. And when in Amsterdam, this woman found out that she was pregnant with, in fact, the mastermind hypnotist psychopath's kid. And so she had the kid, and for 10 years lived in Amsterdam, working at a motel, doing seemingly nefarious things. And then just decided this is no life for my kid who doesn't have a name. I don't have a name. I'm off the grid. Let me just try to come back here and salvage any type of real life. So just absolute nuts.
Complete mess. So I mean, Vegas is definitely a trip worth taking, I'd think.
Yeah, there's just so much going on there, and every major crime like that seems to be some sort of Ocean's 11-esque masterminded plot.
Yeah, interesting people we find out there, but hey, seems like a lot of fun.
Yep,
for the most part.
Yep, for sure.
How you doing back there? What are you hitting?
I am flying from a speed standpoint, and I am flying from an altitude standpoint. I am trying to get down to 8,000 feet as fast as I can.
Yeah, we have a lot of traffic around. That makes it fun. Really interesting.
Yeah, although I'm buried in the clouds right now.
Yeah.
All right, why don't you talk us through your descent? And in fact, if you could, for my benefit, get pretty specific on the glide path.
Yeah.
I remember the last flight, I had some difficulty catching it, setting it up, understanding where I was on it. So if you could talk us through that in good detail, so that, frankly, I can go back and watch this video just to learn it for myself for when I'm in the controls next time.
Absolutely, yeah. So you really, at least, the nice thing is we're already tracking to a good descent here to take us down to this next beacon. We have plenty of time. We got 32 miles, at least on my end. So you still have a little bit more time on that end. So where we're headed to is going to be the first approach beacon, and as long as we're at that altitude, by the time we hit that beacon, you want to switch over from nav mode on the top right there to approach mode.
Okay.
Now, this plane's...
Let's just be clear. What is the first approach beacon? So I'm looking at...
Yeah, sure. The one that I have is flies, I think you'd call it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect.
So, that flips over the navigation then to that mode. So what's going to happen is you're going to keep descending. So keep following what air traffic control is going to say. And typically it should be around Condi, I would guess. You're going to notice that your FMS navigation system is going to flip over to the localizer frequency automatically, which is preloaded into the computer. Normally you have to manually do that. So from there, you're going to see a green G that goes next to your altitude. And it's either going to be above or below based on where your descent rate is. So if it's above you, you'd want to get up a little bit more. If it's below you, you'd want to go down, because you want that thing level with right where your green indicated altitude is, or sorry, light blue, right where that triangle area is. So you just want to follow that in. And again, when you get to that, when you configure the plane, you're at the right speed, this plane will actually even lock in to at least bring you in on that glide slope path, and then you can disengage whenever you feel comfortable there, ideally, once you see the runway landing lights.
Okay. All right, yeah, so when we get two flies, make sure, if you can, just sort of circle the things as they're happening. It would be great to see that in real time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course, absolutely. I'd like to also, you can go up to your VFR map to the top, and just kind of expand things out and scroll out, and then see, you want to have those next 3 beacons in mind and what kind of their altitudes might be. But in the cockpit, you can actually go down to your computer there and scroll out and scroll in with the bottom knob, if you just want to kind of stay in the cockpit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that like harkens back to 8th grade math, right? Where it's like, you're not always going to have a calculator with you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Said ad nauseum ahead of the days of the iPhone, so.
Yeah, they didn't see that one coming. Yeah. Oh, it's so true. I usually have one at the ready.
Yeah. Not only that, I have the answer to everything I could possibly ask. And yeah,
right, exactly. They
translate in real time what my French teacher is saying. Yeah. Remember our French teacher in 8th grade?
Oh my gosh, that might need to be a story when we hit. Oh geez, icing is going on. That might be a story for when we hit Paris over there, because
was the story from Paris, or was it from?
No, it wasn't. She was just from France. It was from where?
Where was the one that the story I'm talking about?
Yes,
right?
I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yep.
Where the whole class was looking at her, just
jaw dropped, like
jaw dropped.
Aghast.
Are you fit to speak right now?
Right, right.
Yeah, very nice woman. Mind you, like this was a huge anomaly. She was an incredibly nice woman.
Yeah.
Good teacher, but this one day she just told this unbelievably outlandish story. Yeah, and with a straight face. So I don't know.
But she believed. You could kind of see the fear in her eyes. So.
Yeah.
You have to circle back.
We'll circle back to that, and
because we're coming up here. I'm getting some instructions here. We're continue clear to lies. Yeah, we got time.
Okay.
What altitude you at? Let's see. I'm totally in the clouds. Oh yeah, you're above me. About 11,000 that I'm looking at.
Yeah, I'm like right above you. That's why I've lost you.
I would not have guessed Vegas today, this kind of weather.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, in fact, fun fact, Vegas only gets 4 inches of rain a year.
That's
I don't know if this is rain.
Nothing. Yeah.
Underneath it, but yeah, when I was doing my research into the airport today, looking to see where we're coming in and the surrounding area, yeah, only 4 inches of rain.
Whoa. Well, if it is raining, then yeah, we would pick this time.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had your icing on though. I thought, oh hey, we're in Vegas. I see, dumb with me. I didn't look at the temperature, and right when I turned it off, I started losing altitude. Ton of icing.
Yeah, I got my icing on, and I still have a ton of icing for whatever reason. But
yeah,
what is the temp out?
I'm getting -6 Celsius.
Okay.
So I mean, this is a pretty thick cloud. I mean, it's not that surprising. A lot of condensation.
Yeah. The number of times I've had friends travel to Vegas and in the summer or whatever for some bachelor party and stuff, I was like, oh, how was it out there? And they're like, oh man, it was hot. and then you know it's coming, right? You wait, you count to like 3 or 1, 2, 3, and then but it's dry heat though, so it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, we get it.
It's dry heat. Okay.
Like the Arizona golfers. Oh yeah, but you know, you get there so early, so dry. You don't feel.
Yeah. All right. Cut right through the air because it's a dry heat. Like,
yeah. Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh, you just came right down. That was cool. Right in front of me.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. Well then, that's
God
my cue, I guess.
Yeah.
To come back up. Yeah, you're at 8,000.
I'm about 7,600. They had me at.
Yep. I see ya. Slow down a little bit. Get up a little bit. Okay.
So you must be getting close to Lais.
We gotta look that up for next time too. How they name these waypoints, because this one did not have the beer theme that our last one did.
Or you think like Ace and Arts. I don't know. That's pretty lame, but.
Oh, is that what ours was this time? I didn't even like.
No. I'm saying you would think it would be something like that.
Oh yeah.
MGM instead of MMM, but.
Yeah. Flies. Oh yeah. I think I'm at 7,100. Yep. So I'm gonna be coming right in front of you.
About 5 miles out from the beach. Oh yeah, you're right there. Oh yeah, we would hit. Boom. Yep. In collision.
Yep.
That was perfect though. That means we're right on cue.
Yep. Amazing acrobats. Oh wow, though. My altimeter was way off. That's why I went right through you.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna need this ILS landing. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so right around that 1.5 mile marker, under 2 miles, I'll flip it over to approach mode.
Yep.
Data Romeo 64 descend and maintain 6,500 feet.
Yeah, I just got the 6,000. Approach.
Descend and maintain 6,500 feet. Docker, Romeo 64.
Yep. Approach.
Okay. So now we're lining up here. Gonna calculate how far we're gonna be away.
Yep.
About 15
Oh, wow.
miles out.
All right, we'll break through the clouds here.
Yeah, we have some. Oh yeah. Getting there.
Yeah. You're going a little too slow for me. I'm just gonna swoop in here and yep. Thanks. Yeah. So when about? So there are two things that we adjusted on takeoff that we need to reset, right? So one is the yaw damper. So we turned that on when we were getting up there in altitude, right?
Yep. When you turn on the autopilot.
Yeah. Right. And so when we turn autopilot off,
Descend and maintain
when we get really close and we're hand flying it in, we're going to want to turn the yaw damper off.
That's
as well,
right.
That allows us to mess with the pedals, and it's not being automatically controlled by the gyros in the plane.
That's right. Yeah, it'll kind of fight you a little bit when you're coming in on the landing.
Okay.
Otherwise.
All right. So that's point one. Point two is the inertial separator.
Yep.
Which I think you described in an earlier episode of ours, but just running through that checklist. Ooh, and I just flipped over to the glide path.
Oh, did you?
There you go. Yep.
There you go. So you can kind of see where that is now on the altitude.
Yep. Anyway, so the inertial separator, that's basically just like a vent, and
yep.
Feel free to correct me, anyone watching this video, but it's a vent in the front of the plane that basically just stops crud from getting in it and messing with it, right?
Right, because when you're in the air, it's just helps the engine, all that cool air directly in there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Docker, Romeo 64.
All right. Oh, this is cool, man. The glide path instructions, very good.
Yeah, they help.
Big time.
26 right approach.
Yeah, here we go.
Thank you for that.
And you you capture when you see your nose really dive down.
Yeah.
I got flaps 1 here.
Okay. Toss it to takeoff flaps.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what, 5 degrees?
Right approach. Daher,
No, on this
-5
one. Yeah.
degrees? Yeah. Does that differ by plane?
Yeah, well, it would differ by, well, this one really only has 2 settings, landing and takeoff, but you put them down. But our gearboxes are probably a little bit different in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking her speed down to right around that just under 100, 95.
Okay. I'm zooming in here pretty fast.
I don't know if the warranty will hold up for that. She looks. You see the strip at all? Let's see here.
Yeah, off to the right.
Oh yeah, it is. There it is. Yep.
Yeah. Not too many lights though.
Very gray day.
Yes.
The sun is weird.
I know.
Are you down?
No, I'm not down yet. But so whenabouts do you put landing gear down?
I'm configured now. I got gear down, full flaps.
Oh, full flaps. Okay.
I figure, yeah, I guess I'm still
A little hot on it.
5 miles.
Jeez, I like can't be any.
Probably end up speeding this part up.
I can't be any slower. Really. I'm coming in. Gonna take it off autopilot, catch that glide slope as you. Oh, but now I get an inertial separator and yaw damper. Okay, I'm all set. No, I'm not.
Uh-oh.
No, because I was focused on the flips on the switches, and I totally lost the glide path here. So I am
Clear to land runway 26 right Docker.
doing all sorts of things. Alright, I made it. I cleared the trees. So it's a good thing.
That's the good part.
Yeah, this is a nice long runway though. So a lot of room for error. Nice and easy. Perfect. Alright, I'm down. Busy airport.
Busy. Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
Coming in. It's not.
Yeah, see you right behind me. Yeah, weird day. Weird night. Sort of weather.
Unexpected, but we'll have a fun night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Power back down a bit here.
So where are we thinking next? What do you think?
It's a good question. Maybe, SoCal's pretty nice this time of year, I hear.
I hear that, yeah. So we want to pop right over there and do LAX. I feel like we have to do LAX, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, that'd be a
up in
fun
the
one.
airports. Yeah.
Maybe, maybe we do a cool approach potentially over Catalina Island. I don't know, something out over the ocean. Maybe if we could find one. I'm sure they have something cool.
Catalina wine mixer, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, sounds good. Well, I will. I'll be in the pilot seat that time, and yeah, we'll do it up.
I'm coming in for a very.
Oh, you're still in the air. Jeez,
Oh yeah,
man.
yeah. I'm just coming in. Oh,
God.
not quite center line, but she's down. She is
Took you long
down.
enough.
Took you. Well, jeez, you want to be safe. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we'll catch you on the next one.
All right.
Okay.
I want to pull it back around and try to like fly by you going the other way.
Do it. Put on your cam. Put on the recorder.
Maintain on navigation.
Is your recording on?
Absolutely. I'm ripping
Yeah,
through
okay.
it. I see you. There you are. Oh, let me get over there. I'm going too fast.
Las
Here we
Vegas
go.
Tower Docker Sierra Uniform Papa Echo Romeo 64 is 3 miles northwest with 5 to land.
I see your lights. Oh, jeez.
Docker Sierra Uniform Papa Echo Romeo 64 Las Vegas
Oh, there's the
Tower.
Trump.
Enter left downwind runway.
Here we
26
go.
right.
There you are.
Altimeter 29 decimal niner.
Oh, they're building. I wonder what they were building or what they're building there.